Most physicians are high-income earners, but high income alone is not enough to keep you from having financial problems. Hi, I'm Martinek with Bona Fide Finance. My firm and I focus exclusively on physicians and assist them in making the most out of the money they make. And so we've come across in time some items that are common mistakes that clients have had before they started working with us. And so I wanted to take a few minutes and walk you through what those mistakes might be. One of the driving concerns that we'll see is not having a good student loan plan. So you've gone through school, you're not making good money, and you have quite a bit in student loan debt. What's your plan? Are you pursuing public service loan forgiveness? Are you planning to repay that debt in full? Or are you seeking maybe long-term forgiveness? And if both of you have student loans, if you're married, you each have a plan for this. If you don't have a plan, time is money. And so the longer we wait in making a plan, the more expensive those student loans become and the more costly they are to you as a consequence. A second common item is maybe not saving enough for retirement. Perhaps as you've switched over from being a resident to an attending and now you're making some good money, you want to be enjoying that money and buying all the good things that life has to offer to you. But one of the things that's getting neglected or overlooked is maxing out those retirement account contributions, or minimally maybe not making enough to get the match from your employer. One of the best benefits, the biggest factors in retirement account growth is just simply the passing of time. So the longer we pass and not really do anything and aren't aggressive in our retirement savings, the more we just simply have a lost opportunity that's not going to repeat upon itself back for you. But most physicians also have some source of self-employment income on the side. And that self-employment income is taxed a little differently than your primary job, your W-2 wages. Have you considered ways to lower that taxable income, maybe through eligible business expenses that are available to you, or a solo 401k? Or if we're being maybe more aggressive, we could even go so far as to set up a cash balance plan. Or if it makes sense, set up a business entity and pursue the S-Corp election as mechanisms to save even more in those taxes. A fourth consideration that comes into play is asset protection planning. As high income earners, you make quite a bit of money and your assets will rather quickly grow, at least in most circumstances. But that money, all that work can be lost through lawsuits or liability, or simply not protecting the assets that you do have. You're protecting your human capital in a particular way through disability insurance. So there are particular strategies that we can be putting into play to make sure that what you have gathered for yourself stays protected, and we're able to keep it in your family situation, even if the worst should happen to you. But probably one of the most common areas that we see that needs additional direction or guidance is just simply the plan or the hope that I'm going to get to my money, I'm going to get to my finances, I'm going to address these matters someday. But the reality is you're busy. You've got a lot going on. Many physicians are raising families and they've got young kids. Maybe the spouse is also working. And so life is just busy and lots is happening. And you didn't go to school to be a financial professional. You went to school to be a medical professional. And so even as much as you want to do these things, it's tough to turn around and spend the time to learn the things that you need in order to become competent in them. And then in all of that, we see a passing of time and ultimately missed opportunities. And so the best thing that you could do, honestly, is just simply hire someone now, like myself or my firm, to look into these, where we can make swift action and get right to work for you, and not take this completely off your plate, where you delegate it to us, but we continue to assist and give you skilled care and guidance, and effectively bring a professional in on your finances and on your team. That improvement of just getting someone who's able to start getting action more quickly done than what you might do otherwise can be worth lots of money, especially in a high income situation. So I hope that you find these 5 considerations, these 5 mistakes helpful. If you're interested in working with somebody, especially with us and our firm, we'd love to hear from you. You can schedule an introductory call by going to bonafidefinance.com. Again, that's bonafidefinance.com, BONAFIDE finance.com, and schedule a time with our intake specialist at hello@bonafidefinance.com. We can set up a call and see if we're a good fit for your needs. Thanks so much.